On the floor for the visiting team.
Well, Doris, this has a chance to be an old-school physical matchup. Two teams that place a heavy emphasis on rebounding.
And their rationale is simple, B.A. It's about winning the possession battles. If you board it well on both ends of the floor, number one, you're limiting your opponent to one shot, generally speaking, and you're creating multiple opportunities on every offensive possession. There is a reason you emphasize rebounding the basketball.
All right, checking out Golden State's opening lineup. They've got Moody. Kevon Looney is out there with Obi Toppin. Then there's Stephen Curry, and it's Harden in at the point.
The threes keep coming in the illustrious career of one Mr. Stephen Curry.
Here's Hardy. Left side, Irving. Shoots over Curry. Irving, no good. Golden State has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. And there's Curry on the assist by Harden. Curry's got 5.
I'll tell you, Steph Curry has worked so hard to develop that ball handling ability, and it shows through on that bucket. What a move from Steph.
And Irving gets it to go.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Curry passes to Looney. Rebound, Anthony Davis.
When you need to double clutch to get the shot off, you know the probability is low.
And he makes it. Irving's got his second basket.
Yeah, the complete package is AD. Had the defense's attention and found the open man.
There's a screen by Toppin. Harden, the pass to Toppin. Outside Harden. Three-pointer. And again for 3.
And it's amazing to say he's almost second overall in career three-pointers.
And many of those are from way beyond the arc. This guy puts on a shooting display every night.
And to be sneaking up on Ray Allen, Steph Curry, 2 of the purest jump shooters we've ever seen. It's just, it's unreal.
Now here's Toppin. Klay Thompson pulls down the board. Here's Hardy, defended by Harden. Hardy, the pass to Davis. Irving for 3. And the Mavericks, another 3. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Harden surveying the D. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. P.J. Washington picks one up.
This guy is so good when he's attacking on the interior and looking to draw contact. Obi Toppin getting to his game.
It can help a big man's game to hit those free throws. It keeps the defense from getting too aggressive.
Hardy, count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
For 3. And Curry is good for 3. Curry's got 8.
This is where James Harden's ability to quickly scan the floor and then find the right window to deliver the pass. So good, so good.
Now here's Irving, coming off a 12-point game. They shoot again, and scoring with the play inside is Davis. Davis has got his second basket on the night. Oh, another lead change, 6 total in the first half.
And this is the battle we were hoping to see.
Harden, the pass to Looney, and Looney with the slam.
Not only is James Harden one of the elite one-on-one players in the history of the game, this guy is an elite passer, and it's on display there.
And it's the Mavericks with the ball after the Warriors picking up a basket just a moment ago. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into this first quarter. Toppin's shot is off.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Thompson passes to Washington. And Washington powers it through.
We think of Thompson as a beautifully gifted shooter, but make no mistake, he understands when and where to place the basketball when a teammate is open.
Now here's Harden, taking command on offense when they need him, putting up 21 a game. And he's going for the oop here. And Davis slams it home.
And in traffic, he uses the reverse to keep the shot blocker at bay.
What an incredible move. Not everyone has that kind of skill. Here's Harden. What a tremendous game he played against San Antonio.
This speaks to the strength that James Harden possesses. He is so good at finishing through contact.
And Dallas calls time here. This game following their win against the Rockets.
And you'd have to think that luck played a part in that one. I mean, the opponent had an off night at the defensive end for sure.
Well, give them some credit for taking advantage of a weak defense and capitalizing on every mistake.
Exum's checked in for Dallas. Hield comes in for Hardy. 1:36 left in the first. Outside Hield. On the wing, Davis. The jump hook. The Warriors pull it in. Last time they met was in Dallas, where they beat the Mavericks.
You have to credit the game plan going in, especially at the offensive end, where they were just so relentless.
And that's not an easy environment to play in. To score at the rate they did on the road says a lot about their intensity and focus.
Exum gets the bucket.
Really good anticipation by Dante Exum. He feels the defense laying off, and he sticks it.
Giddey's got space. It's good. Off the assist from Harden.
And this night already has the makings of an offensive war.
Well, the fans love it. Coaches may not like the lack of defense, but boy, the rules promote scoring, no doubt.
Now here's Hield. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Washington a screen. Tries again. The putback. It's good on the putback. Davis has got 8.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
Shot from the wing. And it's Giddey missing.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
Over to the left wing. Washington a good look. Jackson Davis grabs a miss.
Almost too wide open there. That's like a warm-up jumper for him.
Pass to Irving. Shoots it from the corner, and it's good for 2. He's got 10.
Unbelievable release from Kyrie. Boy, shot ready on the catch.
Harden from outside gets the 3 to fall. Kyrie Irving has been on display for Dallas. He put together 10 points in the quarter. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere.
22.
And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Mavericks.
They've made an effort to get out and run, using their speed in transition and scoring before the defense can get set.
Another big component of their early game tonight has been points off turnovers. Great job converting on those chances.
They've got Buddy Hield. Najee Marshall is out there with Thompson. And it's Lively in at the 5. So that's who Dallas starts the second with. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Brian, after 941 days sidelined by an ACL and then an Achilles tear, Klay Thompson's back doing what he loves. He said, quote, "In the beginning, I was so eager to prove that I'm still great. Now I'm more relaxed, reminding myself that this is a dream that I'm living. What matters most is just having fun and playing hard, and all the big nights, they'll come." Brian?
Yeah, that's the right perspective, Allie. Thanks for that. Thompson against Giddey. Back to Thompson. There's the 3. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Warriors. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Kyrie Irving.
And when you look at his offensive output over the past few years, it seems like other teams have figured him out and have his number now. He's having to put in a lot more effort on the offensive end, but without producing nearly the same results.
Hardy, he's checked in for the Mavericks.
Well, defensively, to me, you've got to do a better job communicating once the screen comes.
Boucher's checked in for Kleba. That one drops. He ties it up after years of dynasties and predictable NBA Finals matchups. Doris, we've now entered an era of unprecedented parity.
We have BA, and it's an interesting situation for the league, because what they've done to redistribute the talent is try to implement rules that prohibit those trios of stars from dominating the action as we have seen in the past. It's led to more interest. It's led to higher television ratings. I think it's appropriate.
I just love the ball move.
The Mavericks have gotten only 1 of 4 shots to go in. And Dallas calls time here.
Things just aren't going their way. He clearly wants to talk it over.
Well, night in and night out, sometimes it's a battle of runs. Who has the most?
Davis, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Looney's checked in for the Warriors. Moody comes in for James Harden. Poke loose. It's stolen by Looney. Fires the 3. Mavericks with a rebound. Davis has got 8 rebounds in the game. To the middle. Here's Lively. Pass to Hardy. Outside heel. Here's Lively. Shot clock at 5. Davis from long range. Drains the triple. Davis has got 11 points.
What focus from Davis at the arc. Managing to sink what for him is a tough shot.
And it's Giddey missing. The Mavericks have gotten just 2 of 6 field goals to go in the second. Hardy, pass to Lively, and an emphatic jam on the lob.
And put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
Jackson Davis.
Well, we've seen Steph Curry master the pick and roll, and you can see why he is so good in this situation. What a great pass to set up the score.
Here's Hield. And a two-handed jam.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. Here's Giddey, and he drives in. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Davis has got 9 rebounds now. Pass to Hield. Here's Hardy. Beyond the arc. Looney grabs a miss. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Down low. He can't get it to go. Hield with the defensive effort. Davis, the pass to Hardy. Back to Davis. Here's Hardy. He's covered by Curry. Thompson against Looney. Dallas needs to get off a shot. The 3, Hardy. Jackson Davis grabs the miss.
He's got a great defensive mind. He gets good position and affects the release.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
Well, it's certainly been a roller coaster ride.
You do me one, I'll do you one better. It feels like we have a lead change every few possessions.
And Dallas calls time here. And the Mavericks making a change here. Irving's checked in. Toppin, he's checked in for the Warriors. James Harden comes in for Giddey. It's stolen by Looney. With the teardrop. Can't hit from in close.
That's going up against a defense that knows your tendencies.
And Obi Toppin gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game.
And just wasn't able to set up in time.
Curry against Irving. Pass to Lively. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
That passing ability complements Irving scoring so well.
A minute 15 left to play in the half. Harden with a bucket.
You can see it. Once this guy gets his rhythm, he is so hard to slow down. What an excellent night for him and his team.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
Yeah, their early focus on outside scoring has paid off. They're finding plenty of points from three-point land.
Yeah, what an excellent display of passing in the early stages of this game. A good deal of their points coming directly off quality passes.
Washington's checked in for Dallas. Klay Thompson comes in for Hield. And here's Harden. He'll bring it up for Golden State. They've got the Rockets ahead of them next in Houston. And that game brings a 7-game road trip to a close. Timeout called. The Mavericks.
Adjustments are a part of every game and every quarter of a game. I think Coach sees something here.
Well, this is a chess match. Looking ahead a few moves and trying to execute toward that.
Here's Irving. 10 points for him. Shoots over Curry. And Irving gets it to go. Irving's got 12.
Don't melt under pressure. Embrace the tough shots. Kyrie Irving doing it.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. And he hits it and gets hacked. A 3-point chance here if he can convert.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
At the line for the Warriors, Obi Toppin. At the line for one.
The free throw is off from Toppin.
I think one thing that's clear with Obi Toppin is he has a drive to keep improving. He knows he's got some talent, but it's about the work you put in.
Harden, the pass to Moody. And stolen by Irving. Pass to Thompson. Here's Hardy. The basket's good. Off the assist from Thompson. Hardy's got his second basket of the night.
Well, I don't think Klay Thompson gets enough credit for his overall game. He is a great scorer, but that's a pretty pass.
And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. Mavericks ahead, up 2. Well, now we have some time. All right, Allie, thanks for that. We will see everyone right back after this break, ready for the second half.
Hello, basketball fans. Anthony Davis has been the story of this game so far. An incredible start.
Playing with that high motor, beasting on the glass. He's just out working it.
You know they say effort is a skill. Well, we're seeing that skill in action.
And looking at the players of the month, here are the winners from each conference. In the Western Conference, Stephen Curry.
Chef Curry adding another one to his collection. He's as deadly as he's ever been. Controls the pace of the game, makes guys around him better. A class act with a lot of basketball left in him.
Thanks for tuning in. Now it's time to head back over to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. We are seeing an outstanding game from James Harden.
He's hit shot after shot from deep. He's so locked in right now.
Well, the break certainly didn't have a cooling effect on him at all. He's in a great rhythm, looking comfortable and confident.
And it's time for an injury report. We've got a chance to check up on Anthony Davis' status. Allie?
Hey guys, the head athletic trainer of the Mavericks was able to update me on the situation. Unfortunately, the injury looks pretty serious. And with the playoffs looming, the last thing he wants to deal with is this injury. Hopefully he doesn't miss the postseason. Guys, back to you.
All right, Allie, thank you. Sadly, that's not the news fans were hoping for, guys.
Definitely not. Seems like he's got a long, tough road ahead of him.
And our hearts go out to him. The guy works so hard. His teammates love him. Coaches love him. He's going to be missed.
Kicking off the second half, here's Steve Kerr's 5. Moody is out there with Obi Toppin. Then there's Stephen Curry. Then it's James Harden. And it's Looney in at the center position, locking down the middle.
And James Harden, simply stated, is putting it to the defense right now. Somebody has got to step up and get the ball out of his hands.
And the call will be against James Harden. That'll be a second foul of the game. Davis finds Thompson. Here's Irving. The basket's good. Off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 3 assists in the game.
They're winning the battle down low by imposing their will.
Here's Moody. Can't connect from short range.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
And it's Irving missing. The 3 from Curry. Washington grabs the miss.
Boy, as slow a start as you could have. Just 1 for 4 from the field. They're struggling.
And that puts them just 1 foul from the bonus.
The Mavericks leading. Here's Washington. It's blocked. In transition, here come the Warriors. And again, no good by Golden State.
1 for 5 has got to be a frustrating start, and they just don't look sharp right now. Can they find their offensive game?
His first 3 of the half. That gives him 9 total points from beyond the arc so far.
Time called here. The Warriors decide to talk it over. Let's check in on the Western Conference standings as the race to the playoffs continues. You take a look at the Warriors. They're in the pole position right now for the top seed in the conference. And checking out the Mavericks, down 4 spots.
Well, right now for the Mavericks, you have to acknowledge that they've really hung tough this season, avoiding a lot of the bumps in the road that other contenders have gone through.
The resiliency has been crucial for this team. Anytime it looks like they may start to drag a little bit, they've picked it back up and stayed in the hunt.
The putback, and he stays with it.
And they've really managed to dominate inside.
And so it's Harden with it. He brings it up for Golden State. 7-point differential. Yep, count it. Toppin's got 6 points.
Excellent concentration by Obi Toppin. It doesn't matter where he is on the floor. This guy's physical, and he's willing to absorb that contact.
Outside Davis. Thompson passes to Irving. Over Curry. That one rolls around and rims out. Golden State has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Harden against Davis. High arcing shot. No good there. Ooh, Washington with the defensive effort. Thompson left side. With nobody on him, he buries that jumper. Thompson's got his second bucket on the night.
Yeah, you keep defenders guessing with the ability to get to that in-between game. Part of what makes Klay Thompson an all-star.
Pass to Curry. Now here's Looney. Checked by Davis. Looney the screen. Harden from outside. It's rebounded by Dallas.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. It's the 2K leaderboard featuring this month's field goal percentage leaders. James Harden third.
One of the hottest players in the league. He's been really sharp from the field recently.
First one falls for him.
And injuries have played a serious role in the career of Anthony Davis. But when he's healthy, he's a top 10 player in this league. You just hope for his sustained health.
The Mavericks making a switch here. Hields checked in. Harden missing again.
Let's give some credit to the defense for how they're guarding this guy right now, because they're refusing to let him get comfortable.
And it's Hield missing. The Warriors trailing. Moody from outside. Washington grabs the miss. That free throw is good from Thompson.
His contemporaries will say this. Klay Thompson's shooting stroke is as pure as it gets.
Here are the Mavericks now with the ball. They're on a 14-6 run. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Brian, diversity is certainly valued in the NBA, but Commissioner Adam Silver said we should have more women coaches. We should have a female head coach right now. We should have more women referees. As much as we've led in certain areas, we're a bit behind in this area. It's something we're working very hard on. Brian?
All right, great point there, Allie. Good stuff. We appreciate it.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Any opportunity from 3 is what Buddy Hield is looking for. Great delivery there.
Golden State calls timeout. Kleba, he's checked in for the Warriors. Giddey comes in for Curry. Harden with it, and Davis picks him up defensively. And Harden with the slam.
And a solid pick to free him up for the dunk.
Boy, the timing there couldn't be any better.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
There's a screen. Driving to the basket. And then Harden with the jam.
You see, in pick and roll action, this is where the intellect, the feel, the craftiness, the mastery of James Harden is all on display.
And it's Hield missing. Golden State has got nothing to fall here in the third. 0 for 4 to the paint. Jackson Davis. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest 5s in the NBA.
Pass to Hield. Left side, Davis. Second chance shot. Jackson Davis grabs the miss. Jackson Davis has got his 5th rebound in this one from Pete Giddy. Offensive rebound. Thompson against Harden from the arc. And it's Irving with a rebound.
He started out strong. 3 threes in the first half, but the long ball has disappeared on him since.
Pass to Davis. Second chance effort. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials getting together here. They may want to review this one. Well,
The previous play is under review.
are going to review the play. They're trying to see if he released the ball before the buzzer or not.
And of course, they want to make sure it was the right call, but I'm not sure how much it'll impact this game. We'll see.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
So the replay was conclusive. Call overturned. Grant, that one's going to count.
And BA, you can argue against replay all you want, but at the end of the day, you want it to be a level playing field. You want the call to be correct.
And so it's Dallas. They have a nice 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. The flow of the game is and let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
He's always near the top of the list for this honor. I mean, passes like these are his specialty.
Well, this is why great point guard play is so critical in today's NBA, and you see it right there on display.
With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store. Buddy Hield is out there with Hardy. Then it's Anthony Davis, and it's Exum in at the 3, the small forward. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks.
Boy, against so little defensive pressure, you have to convert that.
Easy money for Stephen Curry.
Looking to find the rhythm he had in the first half. That's now his 4th three-pointer of the game.
And Josh Giddey is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
Team foul.
Here's Lively. Pass to Exum. Hield with the ball. Clock at 6. Fires for 3. Sends it home from 3-point land. And the Mavericks lead by 7.
The specialty of Buddy Hield is the 3-point shot. You give him an opportunity to respond, and he's going to say, yes, sir. Well, he did everything right till he got to the rim. He needs to finish that.
And he lobs it up and finished off by Davis.
Throw it AD's way, and he'll take care of the rest. A huge alley-oop target for his teammates.
From Pete Giddy. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Curry. Curry's got 5 assists tonight.
I'll tell you, you are playing with fire anytime you leave this guy open, and they just got burned.
Here's Hardy. He's covered by Curry. Hield from outside. Another 3 for Dallas.
And when it comes to the 3, they've been really dialed in here in the second half.
Here's Giddey. Can't hit the turnaround jumper.
Well, that's just inconsistency from him, and it's happened all night, and it hasn't helped their cause.
Pass to Exum. There's Davis with the 3. Jackson Davis grabs the miss. Jackson Davis has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Curry. Again, Golden State.
One of the most special players offensively in the history of the game, Stephen Curry, cooking right now.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. Here's Exum. Pass to Davis. Fires it. Exum's shot is off.
Probably not the shot they had in mind, but you can't fault him. He had a clean look.
Grimes. Lively grabs the miss. Dallas has gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter here in the 4th quarter. Here's Grimes. Tipped. And that'll be Golden State's ball as it goes out of bounds. Warriors able to keep possession. right, let's get a report from Allie.
I was able to listen in on what Steve Kerr had to say to the team. He lit into them over their transition defense. He said, quote, enough is enough. Get back on D. We have to slow them down. The discrepancy in fast break points is eating at him. We'll see how they respond.
Appreciate the report, Allie.
Toppin embraces the challenge unafraid in the big moment.
And so it's Irving who brings up the ball for the Dallas Mavericks. From deep three-point range, it's rebounded by Golden State. Looney's got rebound number 8 here already in the game. Here's Harden. Ooh, Thompson with the block. A bit under 3.5 minutes had passed here in the fourth. Pass to Irving. On the wing, Thompson. Basket is good. Nice setup from Irving. Irving's got his 4th assist with that last one. All right, guys, what's your take on the hustle stats for the Mavericks?
Yeah, they've done a great job of challenging every shot they can. Their totals in the block column are a result of that aggression.
And you also have to love the way they've gotten out and run in transition. A ton of good chances tonight simply from being willing to run the floor.
Those are big free throws. Now they need some defensive stops.
Washington, a screen on Curry. Irving against Curry. Irving, that's good. Irving's got 19 points.
That is Kyrie Irving in a nutshell. You want to give him the mid-range, he'll take it. Consummate 3-level scorer.
Harden from outside. Toppin. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Woo, hard work creating the second chance opportunity.
Dallas has gone 3 of 6 from downtown so far in the fourth. The 3, Hardy. Looney grabs a miss. Looney's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Pass to Harden. Toppin with it. The kick out. Curry. Looney the screen. Curry's shot is off.
If you want to cut into a lead, you have got to trust your teammates and move the ball.
Out of bounds. It'll be Warriors ball. The Warriors trailing.
You know, I think it's desperation time for them.
I'll tell you, you need absolute perfection on every possession. That's what it's going to take here.
Pass to Davis. Oh, there's the alley. Up high and down it goes on the lob.
And what you love most about Davis is his confidence, because it's what helps him take over games.
Now here's Looney. Looney, a screen on Irving. Curry with it. Irving picks him up, and he buries it. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Nobody you want taking that shot more than Steph Curry. What a pressure player.
And an intentional foul right there. Here's Irving. Inside. Here's Washington. Basket is good. Nice setup from Irving. And the Mavericks lead by 7.
Looking to close things out. That might have been the nail in the coffin.
Well, at this point, they're so far up, it would take a real collapse to give this game away at this point. Boy, a monster bucket yet again from Steph Curry. Knew they had to get something from that possession, and you knew he'd deliver.
Good on the first, and that puts him up 5. So he gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Well, you want to continue to build the lead, so a very productive trip to the line right there.
The 3 from Curry. Davis with a rebound, and so they foul intentionally. First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so he drops them both, and it's an 8-point ball game. Time called here. The Warriors decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 8. 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. All right, guys, what's your take?
Now, it's an opportunity for a teaching moment. I'm sure Coach will waste no time making his points.
Well, maybe not his time, but this game is certainly finished. Let's get it over with.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
And he does get the second one. And that increases the lead to 6. Timeout called, the Warriors. They're down by 6. There's 14 seconds left to play in the fourth. All right, guys, what do you think?
They need to answer fast.
Well, preferably a 3, right? If there's a clean look, take it.
Cash. And now they trail by just 4.
But you want to step them off the line, that's no problem. Step an efficient move into the mid-range jump shot.
And an intentional foul there stops the clock.
Yeah, no choice but to foul in that situation. Although, that's not the guy you want to send to the free throw line.
Second one is good, getting both at the line. And it's a 6-point ball game.
Well, what a performer this guy is. Game is on the line. He stands up and delivers.
And connects from downtown.
Oh, my. You have to respect the aggressiveness he plays with. Ooh.
And the Mavericks call time here. They're ahead by 3. Just 4 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And the Mavericks with possession here. And they need to stop the clock, so there's the foul.
Yeah, and that was a smart move. You have to foul right there. You just don't want them to run out the clock.
Kyrie's history is that of being a big shot maker. Free throw line opportunity right here with the game in the balance.
And here's Curry for 3. And that one drops.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
And so the big win by Dallas in a tight game. What a performance they had here at home today.
I'll tell you what, these are the ones that are so nice to win.
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that about wraps it up.